In a vibrant village, painted with the hues of everyday African life, there lived a young woman named Success, known for her stunning smile and unwavering determination. She was a beacon of hope for many who were troubled by conflict. Success had the talent to solve issues between people who have issues, whether between family members, neighbors, or friends. Her passion for restoring harmony within her community was fueled by her own upbringing. She has seen the destructive nature of conflict break her family apart, and she vowed to make a difference. One evening, as Success was preparing dinner, she heard a commotion from her neighbor's house. She peeked out the window and saw her neighbor, a wealthy couple named Mr. and Mrs. Daniels, engaged in a heated argument. Their voices were raised and their gestures were wild. Success, ever the peacemaker, decided to intervene. She hurried over to their house and knocked on the door. When Mrs. Daniel opened it, her face was flushed with anger. Success offered her words of comfort and tried to calm her down, but Mrs. Daniel was too upset to listen. She pushed past Success and continued her argument with her husband. Determined to resolve the situation, Success entered the house and stood between the couple. She pleaded with them to stop fighting and find a peaceful solution. However, their anger was too intense. In a moment of frustration, Mr. Daniel ran into the kitchen and brought out a pistol, intending to intimidate his wife with it. But in his rage, he misjudged his aim and struck Success on the head. Success collapsed to the floor, blood gushing from the wound. Horrified, Mr. Daniel realized the gravity of his mistake. He knelt beside Success, his face contorted with guilt and fear. Mrs. Daniels, overcome with shock, called an ambulance. As Success was rushed to the hospital, her mind raced with thoughts of what might have been. She had always prided herself on her ability to resolve conflicts peacefully, but now she had paid a heavy price for her intervention. At the hospital, Success underwent surgery to repair the damage to her head. She was kept under observation for several days, and her recovery was slow and painful. Meanwhile, Mr. and Mrs. Daniels have reconciled immediately. They were consumed by guilt and remorse. They visited Success at the hospital every day, together holding hands, offering apologies and expressing their deep regret for what had happened. Success, despite her physical pain, tried to forgive the couple. They understood that they were both deeply hurt and had acted out of anger. However, she also realized that their actions had a devastating impact on her life. As Success recovered, she began to reflect on the events that had led to her injury. She realized that her desire to help others had blinded her to the potential of dangers of intervening in conflict. She had assumed that her good intentions would be enough to resolve the matter between the couples, but she was wrong. From that day forward, Success vowed to mind her own business and let people settle their issues on their own. She learned a valuable lesson about the importance of non-intervention and the dangers of getting involved in other people's conflicts. As she continued to heal, Success found solace in the support of her friends and family. They visited her at the hospital, brought her flowers, and offered words of encouragement. With their help, she was able to slowly rebuild her strength and return to her normal life. She had learned a valuable lesson about the limits of her influence and the importance of letting people find their own way. And while she would always be there for her friends and neighbors, she would do so with a newfound respect for their autonomy and a greater understanding of the complexities of human relationships. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel for more stories. Bye.